everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an overview of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette, as well as 3 different looks with this eyeshadow palette. So let's go ahead and jump into the details. So this palette just launched. It's brand new for spring 2019. This palette retails for $45 and it is limited edition. And as you guys see, it is nautical themed and it is called the Riviera Palette. I love nautical themed things. You know, the stripes here with the gold writing. The total weight of this palette is 0.73 grams of product. Each eyeshadow has 0.025 ounces of product in it. So before I open up this palette, I'm going to read you guys the description from AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com. It says, set sail with 14 all-new paradise-inspired mattes and metallics. From vibrant jewel tones to pops of color, Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera Palette is an essential springtime color collection featuring classic neutrals and seasonal tones that are perfect for creating your ultimate vacation looks. Again, here's the palette. When you're looking at the packaging of this palette, I'm expecting to see golden hues, colors that reminds me of the water, so like rich blues, light blues, maybe a brown in there to remind me of like some sand, maybe a pop of red. But baby, let's open up this palette so you guys can see. Bam! Here are the colors of this palette. This is not at all the color palette that I was expecting from the packaging. So here's the unicorn and here's what comes inside the palette. I wasn't expecting that. This is a very bright palette for Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've never seen them do this bright of a palette before, but I'm here for it. So there's 14 colors in this palette, all new shades. There's a mix of finishes. They have mattes, metallics, and duochromes. The mattes outweigh the shimmers by 1. So for the most part, all of the shimmers are on the top with the exception of this one color. This one is a matte. It snuck its way up to the top, but all of these colors are shimmers besides this one, and then on the bottom, all of these colors are mattes. So this palette also has a mirror as per usual, and it also comes with a dual-sided brush that I typically lose as soon as I start using the palette. In this video, you're going to see me use all 10 of the colors. No, not at once. I did 3 different looks. I did something that I want to call the beauty, the bold, and the beast. So the beauty look is a little bit more subdued. I used the lighter colors, the more dainty looking colors, and I created a really pretty look. The bold is a step up from the beauty look. We're going to have a little bit more of an intense look. I used a little bit of a heavier hand when doing that eye look. I used a little bit more punches of color, but I didn't totally go there. Now, I went there with the beast. The beast went there with all the colors. There's the boldest colors from the palette on the eye look at one time. So you guys can see the gradual stages of this palette. And hopefully this will help anybody who's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with this palette. But I had a lot of fun creating the looks. But before I jump into that, I want to give you guys swatches of this palette. Then following that, I will do all 3 looks. And finally, at the end, I will tell you guys my final thoughts on this palette. But let me know if you guys plan on picking it up down below. As per usual, I will have links for you guys to buy this palette down in my description box. I do plan on picking up some other pieces from this launch, but I just lucked up and was able to get this palette in the store and they didn't have everything else. So I will pick that up at a later date. But for now, I present to you guys the Riviera palette. Enjoy! Okay guys, so let's start it off with the softest look out of the 3, the beauty look. This look is super pretty and dainty. So I'm going to start out with the Tom Ford number 13 natural hairbrush in the color Cabana. And let's take this in the crease, and this is going to be our transition color. So just back and forth. It's very light and airy. Almost is blending in with my yellow skin. But that's okay. I'm just going to continue to build it up. Depending on your skin tone, you may either see it right away or either you may have to put down a lighter base to see that pop. Same brush, and I'm going to take the color Coastline. And moving down just a smidge, I'm going to apply this color directly in the crease. So back and forth. And be sure not to cover up too much of that golden color. But we're just going to apply this back and forth here. Now I'm going to take the color Palm, and I am going to pack that right on the very outer corner. And take your time with this color, build it up, and then bring it up towards the crease. And if you want this color to be lighter, then go in with a lighter hand If you want it to be darker like I'm going to make it, then apply it like this first and then continue to build it up. But I am just going to continue to pack on this color until it is fully opaque. And as you guys can see, I am concentrating it on the very outer corner. Now I'm going to take a MAC 239 and the color Sales. Let's pop that on the inner corner. Now I'm going to take the same brush in the color Estate. Let's pack this color on right next to that inner tear duct color. And let's use packing motions and bring it upwards. And again, let's not take it in the crease. And then I'm going to take the same brush in the color Monte Carlo. Let's pack that right here in between this lighter color and the brown. And then fuse it together. So blend it over here and blend it over there. And then I'm just going to pack it on so it's fully opaque. And if you need to go back with either color to blend, do so. But first, I'm going to make sure that this pink is prominent. I'm going to go back with a little bit of Estate right here, just to make sure that that color is still, you know, popping. And then go back in with Monte Carlo. Blending is all about the fusion of colors. So I'm going to add some liner and lashes to the top, and I'll be back and we can do the lower lash line together. Now I'm going to go back into the color Sales with a MAC 214 brush. Let's apply that on the inner corner. Let's go back into Coastline with the same brush. Let's take that in the middle. And finally, let's go in with Palm. Let's put that on the very outer corner and connect it to the top. And here's the beauty eye look. Very soft and pretty. Okay guys, so here is the bold eye look. It's in between the Beauty and the Beast, but it's still doing a little something something. It's giving you color, but not too much. So I'm going to start out with a Wayne Goss number 17 brush and the color Coastline. I am going to take this in my crease, so back and forth. Blend it upwards. This is going to be my crease / transition color. And this brush is perfect for that because it has that pointed tip to apply it in the crease directly, but also it's fluffy enough so you can diffuse that color. So I'm just going to build it up once more in the crease, and then with whatever is left over, I'm going to blend it upwards. Same brush, and I'm going to dip into the color Palm. I am going to take this color right on the outer corner. So just deposit that color. I don't know what kind of accent I was trying to turn into. I think I was about to say deposit. I don't know. But anyways, deposit that color on the outer corner and then blend it up towards that crease area. Then begin to lightly, and I do mean lightly, fold this color into the crease. And I mean, don't put any more product. We're just trying to create a soft blend, and of course don't take it above Coastline. As you all can see, this color is getting there, but I want it to be a little bit more opaque, so I'm going to go over it again. And if I have to go over it a third time, I will, just to make sure that it's not splotchy. That blend looks really good. Now I'm going to take an ESM G27 and the color Yachts. And very carefully, I'm going to pack this color on the lid. Again, I'm going to take it in this empty space, but I'm not going to take it on the inner corner, so leave that area blank. I am just going to apply this and build it up. So here's what it should look like so far. Now I'm going to go in with the Chica Hodo AI5 in the color Inheritance. And I am going to pop this on the inner corner. And be sure to blend it over. Very pretty, like a canary. Again, I'm going to put it on the lower inner corner as well. Same brush, and I'm going to take the color Seaside. Pick up a very little bit of this color because this brush picks up a lot. Tap very lightly, and let's put this in the middle. This color, I need to spray it just to bind it together a little bit more. The same placement. Same brush, and I'm going to take the color Mediterranean. Tapping off that brush, I'm going to apply that on the rest of the lower lash line and connect it to the top. Again, I'm going to spray it to intensify it. That looks really good. So now I'm going to add my liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. So here's the finished eye look. I present to you the Beast. This is a very colorful, bold, and intense eye look. Let's start out with the color Ken, and this is a Smith 230 blending brush. So I am going to take this color in my crease, So I'm just going to keep this color pretty concentrated on the crease. Begin to diffuse it. I'm dipping back in the palette just to build this color up. But I love this purple already. Oh yeah. Same brush, I'm going to dip into Bahamas. Very lightly, I'm going to begin to diffuse this color right on the edge of where the purple kind of blended outwards. And this is going to be a transition color, but I want it to be a little bit more pronounced, which is why I'm applying it afterwards and not before. And I am not going to cover up that purple. I'm just going on the edge of where that purple is blended out. And if you need to go back with a little bit more purple, just to make sure that everything is harmonious. It's all about just being right on the edge. I'm going to go back with Can, that purple color, and tap that right on the very outer corner. And this is going to be my outer corner definer color. So just pack this on and then blend it up towards the crease. Tapping off my brush so I don't have any fallout. But this color is pretty pigmented and it's not giving me too much fallout, so I'm liking it. This color is to be completely opaque, so just take your time and build it up. As you guys can see, I'm not taking it all across the lid, just right here on the outer corner. Now I'm going to take an Esom W21 flat shader brush in the color Palmero. And I am going to pack this on the lid very carefully. Using packing motions, I'm going to build this color up. As you all can see, I have a little bit of space here. I'm going to tap it next to Can just to blend it. And I'm going to tap it up towards the crease, but not in the crease, just to make sure that it's blended as well. I am not going to take this color on the very inner corner, but I am going to blend it over towards that way. That way it will blend with the inner corner color. Now with an Esom S31 pencil brush, I'm going to take the color Seychelles, and I am going to pop this on the inner corner. Very neatly build it up and then blend it over. And then I'm going to take the same color and pop it on the lower inner corner. Same brush, and I'm going to take Bahamas. And let's apply that on the middle of the lower lash line carefully. Connect it with the blue. Leave a little bit of space here for the outer corner. And same brush, and let's take the color Can. And I am going to connect this to the top. That looks so pretty. So I'm going to add some liner and lashes and I'll be right back. Here's the final eye look with liner and lashes. My final thoughts on this palette are that I think that it's very different. It's something unexpected. I think that it's fun. I love the formulation of the matte eyeshadows in this palette. I feel like they are spectacular. They blended very well. They gave beautiful looks. As you guys saw, I got a lot of different looks out of this palette. This palette is very multi-dimensional. You can do so many different looks with it because it's versatile. It has colors for every day. It has colors for fun days. It has colors to mix and match. I think that there are a lot of opportunities for different looks with this palette, and I feel like it's pretty. It's just something that makes you be a little bit more creative, a little bit more out of the box, because who's going to think to put these type colors in a palette with these type colors? It's just a pop, and it's something that's different, which I am excited about. My only thing about this palette is that I feel like the shimmers in here are a little bit chunkier than some of the shimmers in her other palettes, like the Sultry palette. Those things are like butter, very finely milled. And the Soft Glam palette, I feel like the same thing. I feel like these shimmers are a little bit chunkier. Nothing too bad. As you guys saw in the demonstration, I had to spray Fix Plus on a few of them and make them a little bit smoother. The color Seaside and the color Mediterranean are the two colors that I noticed it the most with. The other colors are a bit smoother. Though they're not on the Sultry palette's shimmer level smoothness, they're still smoother than those two blues. But just bear in mind that these eyeshadows do have glitter particles in them that are a little bit larger, so you are going to get some fallout. But it's not like these eyeshadows are not workable. It's not like they're not pigmented. They still give a good color impact. They still are pretty. It's just some of them do require a little bit more work. And if you're willing to put in that work, you'll get a really nice eye look. I like this palette. I feel like it's fun. I think it'll go from spring to summer effortlessly. So many different looks you can create with it. And the thing that I am most excited about is this purple, because I love a good purple, and I feel like this one is a really good purple. It's saturated, it's not chalky, it's going to give you that nice intenseness to it. It builds up nicely, so I'm very excited about this. But let me know what you all think about this palette. Does it make you want to go on a vacation? I hope that the 3 looks that I did in this video help you guys get some inspiration for if you're scared to use this palette, because I know that a lot of you all are scared to use these bold colors, but as you guys saw in the video, it doesn't have to be a scary thing. This palette will let you do a more neutral look in a pop of color, or if you're just really bold and out there, you can just go there. So that's what I like about it. There's something in this palette for everybody. Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments section. I look forward to reading them. And if you have not already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because I have so many new videos coming. You guys don't even know. But I will check you all on my very next one, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.